Hi there, we are back on Life's Reflections and we have our guest again. Today we are going to be reflecting on transformation, part 2, and we want to discuss how does transformation happen. One of the books that I read in John Maxwell's book, Leadership, in John Maxwell's book on the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership that I read, John Maxwell teaches that leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. Now, when I reflect about transformation and how it happens, transformation happens by getting the right knowledge about something you want to be transformed in, having the right skills in something that you want to see yourself grow in. And today, I just want to engage my brother from some of the things that we have been doing, transforming our knowledge, transforming our thinking and our way of life in business, venturing into business.
Thank you, Laston, and thank you, guys. Welcome back, and I'm happy to be here.
You see, recently we ventured into a business of produce with a couple of our friends, trying to do something outside our full-time jobs. What was your experience in terms of transformation knowledge in planning for that business?
Well, as you say, first and foremost, you have to check and get to know who knows something better. Okay? Who knows something better? Someone who knows something better than you do. That way, you learn, you change from your perception of a particular circumstance or situation.
Oh yes.
Okay, and then you copy up with what they do best, because that's where your area of interest is.
Personally, I have learned from my team leader, my pastor at church, and even you, I've seen you read quite some books in outside your IT expertise, life-related books. In terms of business investment, in terms of the things you do outside work, how have you led your life to transform your knowledge and transform your thinking around these things? I'm mostly interested in the business venture we are doing.
One thing I've learned in this exercise or in this endeavor is that one, things are not constant, as our business fraternity puts it. Yeah, factors keep changing, seasons change. Yeah, so all we have to do is to put in mind that factors change, and because factors change, if you want to venture in this business, one, you get someone who is good at it. Two, you have to invest in planning. Yeah? You have to invest in planning of the source or the supply, where you're going to pick the commodities.
Oh yes.
You have to make a market survey, your target people, who the people you're going to sell to, the people you're going to sell to, and the variance in the market prices.
So are you saying that this is a knowledge thing, that you have to get the knowledge and the right knowledge for what you're venturing into?
Oh yeah, that is paramount. You must have knowledge of what you're venturing into. That way you don't make losses or you don't make mistakes.
You know, when we were starting a new office, our team leader was on our case to read these books about leadership, read these books about team building, because we were starting a new office, a new team, new people, really, and we just getting people together. From what you're saying, you get the right knowledge so that you don't make unnecessary losses and unnecessary mistakes. Is it from your experience, your humble experience, that when a person gets the right knowledge about something, then it's easy to transform their thinking?
That's true, and very true. When you get knowledge about certain things, you become authority. That way, passing over this knowledge to another person is not a problem. And as you're doing that, you are transforming someone's life.
And I'm going to, of course, we do life together. I know you're a husband, you're a father, just like I am. Is there any particular area of interest you're getting knowledge in to transform your thinking or improve your thinking besides business?
Definitely, yes. Definitely, yes. It is common, unless the lucky few, it is common. For example, most of the wives we have were not our intended wives because of our perception, because of what we desired. Yeah? But because we did not put into consideration the necessary qualities of a wife in the house, we thought we would get these beautiful, fancy, well-structured ladies. Everyone looks at them and they're like, oh yeah, you understand. But the fact.
So what was transformative about the ideal? This ideal figurative woman you would have wanted to probably figure to end up with, and this wonderful person you ended up with later. What was transforming in terms of knowledge in your marriage life?
Fine. When I got my wife, yeah, she exhibited some qualities that I wouldn't have got from the desired ones. Yeah, and that I wouldn't have got from the desired ones because I'd shared with them.
Oh yes.
And I knew what they are capable of. But now my wife is taking me to this direction. My wife is looking at how we make our lives better, how we plan for our children. Yeah. Then the others were like, oh yeah, every weekend take me out. You understand? So that way we are forced to change.
Wow, that's really so powerful, because I think about what Paul teaches in 1 Corinthians 4:2. I just love referring to some of these life-changing, some of these life scriptures practically, that we are stewards, that it says that it is required for anyone entrusted with anything to be faithful. And from what you're sharing, I'm learning that it is important that you have the right knowledge, just like still Romans teaches that the way you're going to not conform or settle for less. Actually, let me use that. Do not settle for less. How are you going to win and not settle for less and have the right kind of thinking? Is by getting the right knowledge. So friends, thank you so much for joining us on Life's Reflections today. That was our man-to-man discussion on transformation by getting the right knowledge. We hope to see you on our next conversation. Wear your mask, keep your social distance, and sanitize. For husbands, Quinton and I, as you go out to work, remember you're going back to your wife and to your family, so make sure you stay safe. May God bless you.